I think that works. It was there was a wrong setting on mine. I had to fix it, so I apologize, guys. But I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. New stream is here. Let me go ahead and punch this out. Sorry about that, guys. You guys got me. Best of times. Oh, I wouldn't go that one. Yeah, we're good now. I think so. I think that's gonna work. My fault. I had a different setting right here, so I apologize. But I'm back now. Okay, we're good. All right, let's go round 2. Yeah, my bad. It happens. It happens. But we're good now. Sorry. Hey, do you want it disconnecting? What do you guys want? You guys want the truth? You guys want the real kick-ass parts of me? Oh, I'm coming in all blurry, dude. Get your thing together there. I'm around. Hey, shout out to my boys Carter's Corner Pocket. He's a YouTuber. I don't know if you guys know Carter Corner Pocket. He went live today for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. It's always fun to see other GameStop YouTubers go live because then I get to hear how they feel about their investments and the crews and everything. I know the crowds are pretty much the same, so it's just a good thing to have good, wholesome people out here talking GameStop. But we're going to talk on some other parts of the market. We're going to talk on some other things because there's a lot to pay attention to. I'm actually emptying my pockets right now. I had raced in. My plan tonight was to go play some basketball. I was going to get in shape and do my thing. But, Jay's been giving me hell. And not Jay Kerwin. No, Jay Kerwin, not Jay GameStop Jay. There's so many Jays around here. Everybody with the name Jay. This, whatever. But Jay wants me to go to boot camp, wants me to get in shape, but I'm always busy, And I just want to give a shout out to Carter's Corner Pocket. You guys go follow him, give him a view. And then Dynamite underscored 41 probably had the best show I've ever seen. Dynamite underscore 41 had the best video live stream of his life. It was that good. Okay? If you guys don't know who Dynamite underscore 41 is, he's a YouTuber about GameStop. But he had the best live stream I've ever heard. And I want to give him credit right now. I'm actually going to play it for you guys. I have a clip that I want to play for you guys because here is the most amazing moment of his whole live stream career. Watch this. He's going to talk about GameStop and private equity. You guys ready?
Probably the best investment, undervalued investment in the stock market, has zero involvement of private equity, and that is the last thing you want in a company if you are an investor because they will gut it from within. Shout out to Marantz, by the way, for making Connect the Dots. Honestly, a really good read. Bought my copy already. Have it in the car right now. Every time I go to the gym, I read it, actually, whenever I get on the treadmill and do my incline walk. And honestly, I'm like going through it. It's a really good book. And I might read it again because so when I'm on that treadmill, I just keep going and going and going. I'm on go mode when I read. So I know that there's some stuff that I'm skimming over that I'm probably missing. So I'm definitely going to read that book again. It's a really good read, especially if you're like I was about to say heavily, but I guess if you're invested in GameStop and you're just like interested in the aspect of private equity and how they cut companies from within and they plant their own seeds and they run media and all this shit. Like, this is a really good book. So I would encourage anyone that doesn't know Marantz Rantz, because I'm sure if you follow him, you know of his book by now. But if you don't, go check that book out. It's fire. Only $14.99. It's cheap. And it's literally cheap for the amount of knowledge that you gain. So please buy it.
That was a good minute 16 seconds, bros. Damn. Dynamite underscore 41 co-signing on the book. Yeah, he bought the book. I wonder where the copies are going. Somebody bought 5 copies today. Somebody else bought 3 copies yesterday. We sold 8 copies in 2 days. Oh my god, the book's going flying off the shelf. I think we've done over I don't even know. I think it's like $3,000 worth of revenue on the book. Yes, revenue. What a good book though, huh? You sell that many copies, you're going through it. We're close to 200 copies out now. Phenomenal read. If you want to buy it for someone, it's the best gift you could give them. $15, but you're going to learn about private equity. You're going to learn why GameStop's the winning investment. If you're a GameStop investor, you read the book. If you're not a GameStop investor, you should still read the book so you learn. I'm trying to find a way to get it to Dr. Michael Burry. I have a copy I can send him, but I got to find out how to get it to him. So it'll be the best thing he ever read, and I'm happy for it. Shout out to my people. They're here in this, right here. They're here. Oh, the pictures just fell. Damn it. They're all gone. I'll pick them up. Don't worry. It was AJ and Leanna, and then of course the family photo. But those are my people, bros. What do you guys want me to tell you, man? They're like he's like a brother to me. Anthony and his family, they're good people. But I keep everyone in the view in the film, in background because they mean a lot to me. Every person that watches the show means a lot to me. It's one of those things I pray for people for successes that I wish and I hope they have, and I hope people can find it. I really do. It was John Adams, right? John Adams said something, the second U.S. president. He said, "Do good, be good, and we're all good," or something to that effect. I can't remember. It was 3 things about being good. I don't know. Just and the way I took it was just treat people the way you want to be treated. Hey, you know what's awesome? I was going through all the headlines because I don't know if you guys saw the headlines that came out from Dr. Michael Burry today. Of course, he's a talker. But Michael Burry put out there and he said, "Hey, man, if GameStop buys into Bed Bath," I did a video on this. If he buys into Bed Bath & Beyond, I'm out. I want Ryan Cohen to do nothing with these guys. And the best part about that was the response from Bed Bath & Beyond, who used to be Overstock, but it's Michael Limonis. He's actually the CEO. And he puts, "Good news, Michael Burry. We wouldn't do it. I do, however, have a significant amount of respect for you and your perspective." Yeah, good news for all of us. They're not going to do it? Thank God. Then, of course, all the trolls come out. "You're not going to do it because you'd be without a job." This fool actually wrote back and said, "Write the check." I love it, dude. I love it. You guys don't know, but Marcus has been fighting all these Bed Bath & Gone losers for a very long time. And I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to fight them all because, figuratively speaking, they've been wrong about their investment. And literally speaking, they've been wrong about a lot in life. So the fact that he gets to tell you they don't want to do it, which is fun. The fact that Dr. Michael Burry says, "Don't do it, Ryan." Great. I'm just curious, PPCs, what are you guys sleeping on tonight? A fuzzy bed? I mean, what is it that these guys are dreaming, hoping and dreaming? I had a guy who posted a message to me in the Discord or in my video, and thank you so much, fishy friends. I'm a boy. That's my boy right there. But I had a guy tell me and write to me, he says, all of this is happening for a reason. The hell does that mean? Yeah, Ryan wouldn't be involved into the Bed Bath & Beyond if it wasn't for a reason. They wouldn't have him in the filings. He wouldn't be. And I'm just like, oh, God. You guys believe what you want. You're all losers. You're all going to lose. Speaking of losing, anybody heard of CoreWeave lately? I want to show you something about CoreWeave. Let's go check these guys out, okay? First, let me give you the story on CoreWeave if you guys are not familiar. CoreWeave was a no-name company that transitioned and morphed and went the other route of data centers. And they were going to do the whole data center build out, and they're going to partner up with one set investment called NVIDIA. Well, for us that know the truth, private equity went in a roundabout way to pump AI, the whole market, and they additionally pumped money into CoreWeave. So they built it up so big as a private company, then they launched public, they got a valuation 10x, and all of these investment firms that were invested into CoreWeave were able to show profit, be able to show gains. People made good money off of this. NVIDIA did the old I scratch your back, you scratch mine, and NVIDIA invested money into CoreWeave. CoreWeave invested money back into NVIDIA. And this is that circular finance that we've been talking about. But let's see what CoreWeave CEO has to say about the circular finance.
All right, and so you have this very close relationship with NVIDIA.
Yep.
Right? And describe that. I mean, you are a huge buyer of their chips. I mean, that's a starting point, right? But it's more than that?
Yeah, look, NVIDIA has been an absolutely incredible partner for CoreWeave. And, I describe the relationship as symbiotic, but not equal.
Symbiotic.
Right? Symbiotic,
but not equal.
Yeah. And what I mean by that is that NVIDIA builds the most incredible technological solution to this problem in the world. Their GPU has driven their company to be the most valuable company in the world, and they are the fulcrum on which artificial intelligence was built, quite honestly. And but their technology is complicated. It's hard to get it to work the first time. And what our role is, the software layers that we built allow them to go ahead and give us their infrastructure, at which point we build it and troubleshoot it at scale, right? So think of it as NVIDIA is working in their labs. They do an incredible job building this technology, and they run it in their labs at sub-production scale, and then they look to push it out so that people can go out there and test it and drive it and run it in the real conditions that they're going to encounter. And because the software we built is so good, they really look to us to be able to do that, which is why when you look back over the last couple of years, we're the first ones with the H100s at scale, we're the first ones with H200s, we were the first ones to deliver the GB200s. Jensen just came out and said we'll be among the first to deliver the Vera Rubin SKU. And it's really just that idea that, like, hey, let's get it out there in the wild and see what happens, and we're going to get it out in the wild faster and more performant than other folks. And I think that plays a real role in the feedback loop that they need to understand what they have to do and how they need to deliver infrastructure to the world.
Vera Rubin, the new chip architecture coming out in NVIDIA later this year, named after the famous astronomer.
Yes.
Right.
Each generation is after a scientist.
Right. Yeah. You talked about a relationship.
AI is no longer a question of if. It's already creating winners.
We talked about with NVIDIA, you mentioned OpenAI, you've got a relationship with Meta. There's people who are sort of suggesting that there's these overlapping financial relationships, circular finance. You know where this is going. People are saying it's a big karetsu, I guess would be a phrase, and not in a good way, going on with the OpenAI amongst these big players. How do you respond to that?
So I was on a call for WEF a couple of weeks ago, and interestingly, they paired me with a CEO of a mining company, and he was, we were talking about our businesses, and he started to talk about the challenges that exist in the copper market, and copper is going to be very tight supply, and the way that he wanted to address that was he wanted to, or the way he thought, the only way that they thought they could address it was to work together, right? And so this company is going to work on mining, and that company is going to work on smelting, and this company is going to work on processing, and they're all going to work together to address what is a systemic shortage in the copper market. And I said, that's a great idea, but if I say that, man, it's going to get ugly, right? Because we are facing a systemic shortage in compute. And when you see those designs that, like, the media loves to print because they're kind of cool looking designs, and and it's a good story, but like you've got to remember, like, we're trying to build an infrastructure at a pace the world has never seen before, and we are systemically pinned on demand. Right? I cannot deliver enough compute. And it's not just that I can't. The neo clouds can't. The hyperscalers can't. The chip manufacturing. Nobody can get enough infrastructure delivered into the market. And so when you, in an environment like that, what you're doing is you're working together to try and accelerate the business to deliver this infrastructure, this computing, ultimately, that the world is desperate for. And, like, going beyond just the physical limits, where you're going to ask me about like what's stopping us from building, more compute. It's going to be, hey, I'm going to talk about the powered shell, right? Because that's the part that I feel. But like you're seeing it everywhere, right? Like, you're going to see it in energy. You're going to see it in chips, right? Like, I mean, like, you talk to Micron Technologies, and they're just, everyone is redlined trying to get enough of this infrastructure that the world wants to market so that they can build and develop and serve their clients.
Awesome. So I'm going to ask it again. Some people would say that you guys are circular financed with NVIDIA and that you guys are just doing a big circle jerk. What exactly would you call it? Oh, I think we need to get more infrastructure. And I think he didn't answer the question, guys. And there's no way they can answer the question. Because if you're a testing site, if you're a testing company, if you're one of those, if you're just a subsidiary, if you're just a connecting piece of the bigger wheel, if you're just a cog, right? Well, great, then you have purpose. But we're talking about financials. We're talking about valuation. The issue I have with everyone that wants to dispute me about, I guess, AI and build out is, what is your return? There's only one company with returns. They're selling the product and they're getting value. But the one company that's selling the product is paying everyone else for it. They're literally putting money into their own pockets, but because it sits in that account for 6 months, that account for another 6, that account for 6, and then it comes back to me, that doesn't mean that you've generated any wealth. I can give you a 20, you go give it to someone else, and then you gave it to me. Did we all end up making 20 bucks? I made 80. Well, how much did you make? I made 20, he made 20, he made 20, I made 20. Therefore, our salaries are $80 right now. No, it's the same $20 bill. But that's what's happening. And they can't answer to it. A company that was derived from thin air, like CoreWeave, is telling you what exactly. They did not answer the question. And they can't. This is an ultimate bubble, guys. It's to the point where enough people are going to lie to themselves before they tell you the truth. Everyone gets to cash out. All of them. The infrastructure can be built. You don't have the energy to do it. You don't have the manpower to do it. And the scale of AI, when we first started hearing these stories about AI in 2022, it went up like, those drastic movements. Like, look at it. You would chat GPT, it just, boom, look what it can do now. Look what it can do now. Look at what Sono can do now. Like, you're thinking about music, you're thinking about graphics, you're thinking about everything all these AIs do. Massive improvement. I'll give it that from then till now. But how much compute power does it take? How many chips and designs does it take to get to the next level? The next level of inference. It's not there, guys. It's not. This is about investing into emerging technologies. It's going to take you a lot of time. It's going to take you a lot of layout and infrastructure. I can remind you all of what it was like to have dial-up internet, what it felt like to have cell phones that cost minutes. Everybody had some type of limitation of what they could do. But 30 years later, it's unlimited, free, and it's performing at the highest level. I'm here in front of you right now. Couldn't do this 25 years ago because Yahoo chat channels were only if I had a webcam and I gave you permission to watch. Now, everybody has permission. Plug it in, let's go. And it's live, it's in color, it's in 4K. You got to think about all of the transition we've done. I look at AI and I see the first parts of it. Now I see the parts where we're at now. But how much power, how much top line does it take to get you to the next level? Whatever they claim it will be. Enough to where AI is teaching itself, right? This is what they keep telling you. there's not enough energy. And you guys grow some mota plants? Am I allowed to say that on the internet? You know, this cannabis. Anybody do that? Do you know what's the biggest red flag for people who grow it illegally? Their electric bill. Because it takes an amazing amount of light to grow it properly or accelerated. Growing it in a field is one thing. If you want to do it in a field, go drive from California to Vegas and tell me if you see the largest cannabis harvesting sites of your lifetime. We're talking about the size of whole cities. They have this massive light structure. It's massive, guys. And it shines the light onto the crops in the middle of the day. Middle of the day, it's an additional sun. The size of the bulb, the light bulbs, the size of the light has to be the size of a football field. It's the most amazing thing you ever did see. They had to do all that just to go ahead and build a farm for whatever they're doing. That's just a plant. How big do you think these cooling stations are? These data centers, this energy that you need. You better park a nuclear reactor right next to it because you don't have enough. I told you guys, we can sell all electric vehicles in the world. You don't have the gas stations. You don't have the charging centers. Go pull up on one, a Tesla charging center. How packed is it? It's massively packed, and people just standing around, got nothing to do. But there's not a gas station on every corner. There is a gas station. There's not a charging station on every corner. And that's what you're going to need. And guess what it took? About 80 years to build those roads and gas stations. 80 years it took. And you telling me that we're doing it the fastest we could ever do it because these guys are testing out the software and we're pushing it out and we're spending? You can spend all the money you want. You don't have enough room. Can't do it. So the market's going to correct on that number. Valuations are going to come and be tested. Right now, the current market valuation, whether it be trading at 20 times earnings and or for what I have it at 8 times book right now, average, the whole S&P, good. So the whole S&P is averaging 20x book. Well, NASDAQ's down 20%. All the Mag 7 is getting their ass kicked all week long. So even at the top of it all, the weighted indexes are the same and nobody's losing any steam here. The money's just circulating around Wall Street while taking bits and profits where they can. But the leverage is still the same game, guys. The leverage is to the top side of the market versus one singular stock that nobody wants to talk about. I'll tell it to you straight. I won't sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell everybody who asks me, it is GameStop versus the world. Prove me wrong. Tell me something moves without pinning down GameStop, and I'll stand corrected. But from the looks of it, the optics, it looks like you're paid to do these hit pieces. Everybody saw the whole hit piece on Candace Owens today? Everybody put out there, they got paid money to talk bad about her and call her a demon. It's widely known. It's everywhere, all over the Twitter pages. Don't worry, Candace. They've done it to me too. They've paid people to make hit pieces on me. The way it goes down. You got to have big shoulders, which you do. Good job. But think about it. The same central message comes out to battle certain things, and we're at the peak of it all right now. We're about to hit March, guys. March 2nd come Monday, and then it's all downhill from here. No, it won't be St. Patrick's Day on GameStop earnings. It's usually at the end of the month, the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. But I will tell you, GameStop will make the announcement 10 days before it is to be announced. We've been on clockwork like that forever. The reason why I show you CoreWeave and why I try to have you guys pay attention is because NVIDIA transitioned itself out of CoreWeave just this last quarter. Where they had 90% of their portfolio was in CoreWeave, they now have the dominating position of their portfolio is in Intel. Yes, Intel. AMD got appointed for the meta side, and now everyone's trying to find a new vehicle to go into this world of AI. If it's going to be NVIDIA and you were so convinced and you thought it was real and everybody talks about demand, and this is where I want to be, well, I wouldn't want to be there because you're on back order on chips and the whole world's in it, allegedly. I don't think the whole world's in it. I think it's trumped up demand. I think when they're out there, Jensen Hung pushing the buttons to say, I need China, and you can't get China, that's a problem for me. When most of the business that puts you over the top on your earnings report comes from CoreWeave, That's a problem for me because you pump CoreWeave. Your own little company. It's your own little puppet. But the increases on CoreWeave spending, miraculously, is the same increase for NVIDIA, period. When NVIDIA announces, they go, we beat it by $2 billion. Guess who spent $2 billion? CoreWeave. So whatever they're willing to spend, which, by the way, you gave them the money to do it, that's the part that people are calling circular. And how the SEC doesn't jump in or how nobody does, because it's all mark-to-market accounting. Everyone's beating it up down the road like they literally are announcing contracts before they're ever fulfilled, before anybody makes one payment. This is what you're up against. For GameStop investors, okay, we do everything on the books. We're on the up and up. There is nothing that's mark-to-market, and we could do what they do, and we could fudge numbers. We could do funny accounting. Without a doubt, we could. They'd be like, you know what? There's a commitment on this inventory. Here's a commitment from this vendor. Here's what they did. They went ahead and committed themselves to this dollar amount, $2 billion. Guess what we get to do? Not only do we get to go ahead and write it off and say, here it is. This is the whole contract. But we could also borrow money on that. We could go back to the bank and say, here's the collateral. And as we sell it, we'll pay you back. Don't worry. We're good for it because we have the $2 billion. But you didn't have it anyway because you haven't committed. It's just commitments. It's not physical. This is what's happening right now, guys. People are making commitments, they're doing orders, and then they're leveraging those commitments and orders, not based off of anything that they personally own. This whole market is fake. All floated up top. Only one doing legit bookkeeping is GameStop. The only one doing legit investing is GameStop with their own cash. No one else has their own cash. It's all borrowed money. We're not borrowing money. It's totally different for us. And if somebody wants to tell you, oh, that's debt, Marantz, what they're carrying. The corporate debt they carry is at 0% coupon, which they will earn back X amount of percent over the next 5 years before it's ever due. So to give me $4.3 billion, to give me $4.8 billion, and then in turn I only got to pay you back $2 billion, I'll take it net $2 billion. But I'm increasing my market cap, and I'm doing it now with the option of maybe the leverage goes our way. Guys, we're so early. Hi, been here 5 years, investing every day, done videos every day. And guess what? This same day last year, the stock was $25. Hold on, Marantz. You're telling me I could buy GameStop a year later for less money, yet they make more? Yes. For less money, but they have more? Yes. For less money, but the rumor's on the table? Yes. For less money, but the whole market keeps going up and GameStop stays pegged? No dinero. Pause. There's a whole idea here when you invest with GameStop and where they're headed, but the signals are there that AI is panicking. The top of the market's panicking. Everything's selling. Everybody's repositioning themselves. Private equity sold off. Redemptions are going through higher than ever. The rate's crazy. Is everybody retiring? Is everybody ready to walk? Good. Let's get ready for this then. Let's see if we're ready to transition from all the boomers to the sooner. The sooner right now. This guy that's here right now. GameStop, Ryan Cohen, 40 years old, putting money on his back. He's putting his own cash in on the investment, and I don't see anybody else doing this. I've looked everywhere. I'm like, okay, are they doing this? People that don't take a salary? People that don't get paid compensation whatsoever from the company? Are they investing money into their own investment? No. Only Ryan. And Ryan's doing the job because he knows he has the most impact that you could possibly have on an investment by doing the job himself. I'm proud. And I'm invested. I haven't read the chat at all, guys, so I apologize. I'm going to get to it right now. I usually read the chat every damn day, but you know how it's been going for me. Shout out to Dynamite_41, the best live stream he's ever done. Yes, he talked about Connect the Dots, the book, one of the greatest books ever written. Feel free to buy one. I'm good with you guys. It's in the description of the video. You can tell he's bullshitting through his teeth. Oh, yeah, they all are. Isn't that awesome? What demand does he speak of? Exactly. Guy didn't answer the question at all. Yes, I totally agree. Why every time I leave this channel, I feel smart money? Yeah, you do you. Are we still dumb money? No. Thank you for the $2 super chat. We're not dumb money. Not at all. First year, I didn't. I was running 5 years. Think I got it down. Now my focus is GameStop. Good. People don't understand the concept of a megawatt and power. They're just throwing numbers out of their ass. How's everyone today? Love the MB tweet. Yeah, Michael Burry tweet. Made McLovin cry. Made them all cry, bro. Shout out to you guys. I am going to show you the charts tonight. We're going to go over charts right now. And we're going to go over this new website. I don't know if you guys saw it, but a new GameStop website. I want you to see it. Is AI the arbitrage inception? No, not yet. Why was I timed out? Well, the fact that you ask why you were timed out, there you go. You get timed out just for saying that. That's the way it usually works. You got to stop doing that, Nathaniel. You got to stop coming in with guns blazing and being defensive. Who cares? Sometimes moderators fat finger stuff. Don't take it personal, bro. You know, sometimes you get pushed down the stairs. It happens. You got to be tough around me, dude. I can't do it with you guys. Anyway, check this out. New website. You guys know what I'm talking about? Check this out. Not that core weave crap. That's out. Have you seen this one yet, guys? The next banger could be yours. Early access, big hits, power packs. Here you go. Sign up for beta. This is called GameStop.com//preview. That's where we're at. Now, if you guys are not familiar, GameStop's coming out with a new power pack. I know they did the Lightning ones, and they're promoting it again right now for the week. It's all Pikachu cards. And there's some real hits there. I don't know what the price is on them. I'm not playing in the Power Pack world. The reason why I'm not doing Power Packs, it's not that I don't like GameStop or believe in GameStop. I love GameStop and I think it's awesome. I'm just aware. I'm self-aware of what's going on with Power Packs. So for me personally, what it would do for my psyche, it is a gamble, right? It's a try. It's this. It's that. I have to control my expenses right now. My life's a little tight. Been tight all year. It just got tighter, taking on a hardship that we have to get through. So with that being said, you won't see me do a lot of things. I had to cut where I could and just get true to myself and have a heart-to-heart with my family. But I'm not dodging anything. I'm just a man. I'm a man that's dealing with a lot. I got a lot of pressure on me to perform, and that's what I put on myself. So it's been a hell of a 2 months, this run right now that I'm in with my wife and with the family. And if I can't do it, nobody can. Right? I wouldn't want this on anyone else but me. So the fact that it's on me and not my children, not my wife, I have it on me. But you know, you go through difficult moments in your life and you just try to get through them together. You know, all you guys out there that are ever wondering how you make a relationship last 20 years, you face the hard stuff. You run at it. You do things with fear, and that's okay. But even all the trials and tribulations we've been through, it's not always like us, a relationship type style. It's not that. It could be finance. It could be changes. It could be a lot of things. It could be through sickness and health. I'm just a true testament of what it takes to manage, your time a little better, your energy a little better, and still believe in something. I believe in my Lord Jesus Christ. I absolutely do. I believe that God has a plan and a map for me. And then I believe in GameStop. And then I believe in my family. So, and then like if it's in that order, but I'm just telling you my conviction for who I am and what I do. I embody that. So that's just a little spiritual uplifting for me. Because let me tell you, man, you might get down on yourself some days. Just remember, there's a whole crew out there waiting for you to push record. That's it. So show up every day, be the man that you can be, that you're supposed to be. And this investment is going to be the best thing for me. One, it keeps me sane. Two, everybody saw that article. I don't know if you guys saw the article that came out. It was about a Berkshire Hathaway investor who's been with Warren Buffett since the beginning that never sold a share. And he talked about it. And he did a whole interview, and you get to see his lifestyle. And it's to the point where he had hundreds of millions of dollars, and he's trying to, give back to his community and his family and how he's going to do it. And I was just thinking, like, that's us. And not me per se. Like, I'm in a different timeline. 20 years from now, it's a retirement age, and I had a good run, 20 years from now. But there's people that are 20 years south of me. There's people right now that are 23, 25, and they've been in the stock for 5 years. There's some young people out there that caught on quick, that read Connect the Dots, or that watched the videos, and now they're here. They get to have the run of a lifetime. They get to see what it means to not sell and how you find value in not selling. It's about educating yourself on finance and building wealth against it. You get to leverage your position. You get to do a lot of things in finance if you get around smart people and you figure out how to keep building. And that's it. The guys who come out here and say, well, I've got to show profits and I got to sell and I got to move, those guys don't have a vision. They don't have a plan. And if they did sell and made a profit, those profits are gone. They spent it. They spent it on depreciating assets. I want to grow. I want to grow huge. I want to grow big. I want to have that security under my belt. But I also know that if I never sell and I grow with Ryan, I get to leave the ultimate legacy behind, the biggest I told you moment of your lifetime. What has it allowed me to do? Save up more money than I could ever imagine. Because it's not all the money I have. No. It's not that I don't believe in things. There's a wife. There's a life. There's kids. They want to feel security too. I just can't go in there by myself and say, this is my money, this is what I do. Or I could say, you know what, honey, I'm going to put this in here and I'm going to give you the rest, or I'm going to make sure that we're okay if health did hit, or careers did diminish, or a lot of things that could happen to you in life happen. So I think a DUI would change a lot of people's life. And for half of you dudes that don't earn them the right way, do you know what I'm talking about, earn them the right way? When I grew up, we didn't have designated drivers. We had DDs, but we didn't have them because they would drink half the damn time. We didn't have Uber or Lyft. Like, kids these days have such a different life, man. Hey, call me on nights and weekends, bro, because that's when I have my free minutes. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have Google. We didn't have maps. You didn't know where to go. I'll walk around. You're like, her house is somewhere around here, bro. Well, can you call her and tell her to come outside? No, I don't have a cell phone. How would I call her? I just knock on the door. Excuse me, Yadette here? Where does Yadette live? No, not anywhere here. Okay. What about Christina? You know where Christina is? Yeah, she's a little girl. She lives across the street. Okay, let me go see who she is. Like, it was like that growing up, man. Half you guys. So, the life we're living, if you're in the 40s, you've had the best of both worlds and you taste both sides of it. And pause. But I will tell you that I'm proud to be where we are today. I'm just very proud of us for making it this far. And still got a little bit longer to go. Or you might see some rainbows. Who knows how much money you guys are going to make off of this. It's on you. Me, I live life a little different. I love you guys so much. I got to get going. You guys know I have WoW to play. I have a life to live, and I have a wife to go hang out with. But I love you guys. I do. And I thank you for everything. I already took out the trash cans. I did that last night. Why? Because I was a day ahead in my brain. I thought it was Tuesday. I thought it was going to be Wednesday. I mean, that's how crazy I am about stuff I do. So, once again, you guys have fun. I'll get at you guys, and don't worry about me. Life's gravy. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. Keep killing it, Trove. My man Trove has a live stream every day. It's called Trove's Island. Follows GameStop stock, and it tells you just how great GameStop is. Trove's Island. Check out his YouTube. Those are the YouTubers I hang out with. Trove's Island, Dynamite_41, and Carter's Corner Pocket. Love those guys. I watch their shows every day whenever they do go live. And if I'm not watching them, I'm reading some bullshit, but I get you the truth every time. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'm going to see you guys around, millionaires. Peace.